The unknown and terrifying world of Antarctica is full of countless mysteries, some of which have been solved, but many are still beyond the reach of science. What world lives under the thick layer of ice, and how a million-year-old ice cube found here takes us back in time by making us travel. Welcome back to my channel. Viewers, Antarctica, also known as the bottom of the world or the South Pole. The depth of the ice sheets here has been recorded up to 4.7 kilometers, which is deep enough to stack 5 buildings the size of the Burj Khalifa. Millions of years old secrets are still buried inside this ice. In 2022, researchers spotted an unusual mark on the Larsen ice shelf in Antarctica using satellite imagery. They became suspicious when the crack-like mark could only be seen in photos after 2021. There had never been such a sign before, so they began digging into the crack with a handheld camera next to a water drill to investigate. After going to a depth of about 500 meters, the drill had to be stopped because the camera on the drill recorded the scene of a strange world. Hidden under Antarctica, a secret rib ran through the ice shelf, containing tens of millions of amphipods inside a single cube. This type of amphipods was very similar to shrimp, often called shrimp, which seemed to be very active due to the arrival of the drill. But the question is, where did amphipods come from within 500 meters of a remote ice shelf in Antarctica? And what would they eat to survive? Experts believe that in the ocean, shrimps eat dead and decomposed plants. This means that in this secret river of Antarctica, there must be some plants that they eat and live in their world. The deepest point in the ocean so far is Challenger Deep. Second is the Brownson Deep. But the third deepest point is the Factorian Deep in the Southern Ocean off Antarctica. It was discovered in 2019 with a calculated depth of 7,437 meters. The Factorian Deep was detected near Antarctica by sonar scanning in a sonar scanning ship operating on the icy waters of the Sadran Sea. So far, 1,200 tests have been conducted to map the seafloor using sonar scanning. But researchers still don't know how this point was formed and its connection with the surrounding seafloor. Number 5. In 2022, passengers on a cruise line passing through Antarctica spotted a giant jellyfish in the water. The cruise operator deployed the submersible and took the passengers underwater to see the jellyfish. It's called the giant phantom jellyfish, but surprisingly, the phantom jellyfish normally lives at depths of 3,500 feet in the oceans, but it has been seen on the surface of the sea in Antarctica. Yet researchers are not sure what such a large jellyfish is doing in this region, and that too on the surface of the sea. Number 4. In the middle of the desolate ice canyons of Antarctica, researchers have found evidence of an ancient rainforest within the ice that is 90 million years old. This discovery is evidence of a world in Antarctica that was lost years ago. This fossilized forest has been discovered beneath the ice-covered seafloor, in which tree roots have been found in pollen, and between them radiocarbon dating has revealed that they belong to the Cretaceous period, the time when there was more carbon dioxide in the atmosphere of Ard. The temperature was also high here. These fossils show a map of Antarctica when there were lush valleys and colorful fields. In addition, coal excavated here in 1909 is a sign that the rainforest of Antarctica existed here for several million years, which has now been converted to fossil fuels. Number 3. Meteorites have also been found within the barren ice of Antarctica. This is not an ordinary rock, but evidence of a much larger universe. Many of these meteorites are related to our neighboring planet Mars. One of these meteorites, ALH 8401, is the oldest object in our solar system, at about 4.5 billion years old. These meteorites made headlines in 1996 when scientists announced that they had found evidence of microfossils in meteorites from Mars, which means that there was life on Mars. When these meteorites broke up from Mars, it is because of these claims of scientists that efforts are being made to find life on Mars today. These meteorites allowed scientists to study the atmosphere of Mars and the volcanic activity there. It also found some minerals that are only found in water, which is proof that water used to flow on Mars in large quantities. A question that comes to most of our minds is how scientists know so precisely about Earth's past atmosphere. Mars also exists in ancient ice cubes within the ice of Antarctica, where the ice has not melted for thousands if not millions of years. This means that the air bubbles of the atmosphere at that time are preserved until today. The deeper the core is extracted, the easier it is to go back in time. Air bubbles within each layer of ice preserve the atmospheric conditions of each year. These are bubbles of ancient air that have never been disturbed for thousands of millions of years. By studying the various gases present in them, scientists have been able to repaint a glimpse of Earth's ancient past. This ice cover, formed over a million years ago, dates back to when Earth's climate cycle was changing after 40,000 years. Then this cycle started to change after 100,000 years, which is still going on with the help of these ice cores. It has become very easy to predict the future climate of Earth, like which storms and floods have been coming to the world after every 1,000 years and when they are going to come next. All these predictions are done with the help of these ice cores. And now in number 1, 1950, a huge mountain range has been discovered under the Antarctic ice sheets, called the Gamburtsev mountain range. The mountains of this mountain range, extending for 1,200 kilometers, are up to 3,000 meters high. But the surprising thing is that this mountain is quite different from other mountains in the world. Normally, the area in which these mountains are located should be very old, but their texture suggests that they are not that old. Their presence several kilometers below the ice also worries scientists because mountains are mostly formed by the movement of tectonic plates. But there is no such movement in Antarctica, which means that these mountains are caused by the boiling of magma underground. But scientists have no proof of this yet. Hope you will like and share this video of information. Thank you very much for your loving comments. See you in the next awesome video.